Good morning. I'm Cindy Eriks here with Eriks Environmental Consulting, and I am coming to you with some information from the Environmental Working Group. I believe it's EWG.org. I get frequent emails from them. I recommend that you go to their site and you can receive the same emails also about harmful chemicals, in all kinds of products, including foods and so forth. And today's topic is about hair dyes. So, you notice my hair? I haven't dyed it in quite a long time. There's a reason for that. I've gotten used to having very gray hair, but the reason I stopped using hair dye was because of the chemicals. And so today's post, and there's a lot more information in this post than I'm going to share, so you could go dive deeper and get the names of the chemicals and understand which brands are better, and the labels to look at, or the ingredients to ask your hairdresser about. But this is what it says. It says nearly 80% of people globally use hair dyes. That's a lot. I wouldn't have expected it to be that high. With salons during the pandemic, more people than ever relied on home hair dyes, which I always did. And I mostly did, when I did it, I mostly did the 28-day washout ones. Because I was afraid of doing too much chemical damage to my hair itself. But dye products may contain hazardous ingredients. And so, it says there are three types of hair dyes. One is temporary, one is semi-permanent, and one is permanent. And most hair dye products on the market are permanent, and then they rely on more reactive chemistries than temporary or semi-permanent hair dyes. And these products may be more likely to cause harm. So here's the concern for it. The scientist, it says here, has long reported hair dyes could be harmful. The International Agency for Research on Cancer, or IARC, concluded that workplace exposure to the chemicals used by a hairdresser or a barber is probably carcinogenic to humans. But hairdressers and salon workers may be at a greater risk of harmful effects than non-salon workers. And so, one meta-analysis of 42 individual studies reported the longer someone works as a hairdresser, the more likely they are to get bladder cancer. Consumers are also at risk, and that's the reason I bring this up today. A study published last year reported that hair dyes are one of the most frequent sources of allergic reactions for both hairdressers and consumers. Studies have reported that hair dye-related cancer risk may be higher among black women compared to white women. Using permanent hair dye was associated with a 45% higher breast cancer risk among black women compared to white women, one study found. I have no idea why that's the case, but anything they underlined here, you can click on it and you can take a look at the study. So I urge you to go to EWG.org and find this so that you can go deeper and understand it better for yourself. So products marketed to certain demographics may vary in safety. An EWG report analyzed hazard profiles of products marketed to black women and found that they tend to contain more hazardous ingredients. That's just plain sick, in my opinion. The worst scoring were hair products, including color and bleaching products. So EWG's Healthy Living Science team studied hair coloring and dye products, and here's what they say they wanted to know. Do ingredients commonly used in hair coloring practices pose any potential risk to your health? How are hair dye products regulated? What can consumers do to make safer choices related to hair coloring products? So, commonly used ingredients based on marketplace findings. In 2021, 15th report on carcinogens, the National Toxicology Program classified chemicals used in hair dyes as reasonably anticipated to be human carcinogens. In May 2024, Healthy Living team examined the formulations of 560 hair dyes in Skin Deep, that's a registered trademark product, Environmental Working Group's free searchable database of personal care products. They are scored 1, the best, to 10, the worst, and the median or average score of hair coloring products was a 6.2. It just says 6.2. Most hair coloring products are considered moderate hazards. Only 4% of hair dye products on Skin Deep scored green, which was the best, and most of them were temporary. So it gives you a pie for that. Over 1,000 ingredients were used in various combinations and product formulations. The result is an infinite combination of mixtures of hazardous ingredients, and that's an underlined, so you can go click on that and find out what they are, which may interact together. It's like a synergistic effect to cause worse health problems than each ingredient would individually. Some of the most common ingredients in these products were aromatic amines, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, phenolics, isothiazolones, which have been associated with cancer and allergic reactions. So they've got a whole list here of chemicals. I'm not even going to try to pronounce their names, but I suggest. Let me go on and just say one more thing before I make my suggestion. Regulation is falling short. Oh, that's a real big surprise, isn't it? I believe there's 80,000 chemicals that aren't viewed, regulated, require testing to find the toxic effect, such as common household products that people use for cleaning, not me. I have products that aren't chemically hazardous to clean with and to wash my clothes in and to wash my body in. I'd be glad to share them with you if you're interested. Just leave me a message or comment, or go to cindyeriks.com or indoorqualitymatters.com and you could leave me a message there. Unlike other colorants or coloring materials made from plant or mineral sources, coal tar dyes do not require approval by the FDA and are exempt from regulation. The FDA also does not require any warning on the labeling for coal tar dyes to indicate the product contains cancer-causing ingredients, leaving users in the dark. Under the Modernization of Cosmetics Regulation Act, enacted in 2022, the FDA will be more stringent on cosmetic products labeling, manufacturing substantiation, and safety records, but regulation gaps remain. So they have a whole list here about making safer choices by reading ingredient labels, protect yourself by wearing gloves when you're applying it, conduct a patch test, rinse your scalp after use, and avoid overuse. So it goes into great detail in this article. I suggest that you go to EWG.org, which is the Environmental Working Group. I've mentioned them before because they have a lot of valuable information about products out there, including water supply. You can type in your zip code and you could get data on the quality of your water. I don't care what your town or your city says how good their water is. Mine touted that for years, and I looked it up, and it's really, really bad. So I only drink highly filtered water that I filter myself. And they also review filtration systems for what they do filter out and what they don't filter out. So it's a very helpful site. They're always asking for donations. I've donated to them little by little over time until recently, as I can afford to do that. They'll still send you the information. You don't have to donate to them for them to send you the information, and it's really helpful. It's one of the most helpful sites I've seen since I have studied environmental science, which has been many years now. My company is Erik's Environmental Consulting, and so we do mostly mold and indoor air quality, moisture intrusion problems. That's mainly our business, but I have side businesses for clean, healthy consumption of nutritional, organic, whole food, supplementation, and also cleaning products that don't have the chemicals. So anyway, I hope you're blessed today. And if you have any questions, you can go to indoorairqualitymatters.com, leave us a message there. You can go to cindyerics.com. Our number in Tallahassee is 850-556-8888. We will welcome a call from anybody if you have questions about some things or you're more interested in some of those products I mentioned. Anyway, God bless you, and I hope you have just a wonderful, wonderful day.